welcome to ThriveCart. In this video, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to set up and launch your first product from start to finish. Before you create and launch your products, go into your settings and select Integrations. We highly recommend connecting any third-party software first before you create a course or launch a product. We strongly recommend utilizing Stripe Connect Plus to fully leverage the platform's capabilities and maximize its benefits. If you don't have a Stripe account yet, you'll need to create one by visiting their website. Once your account is set up, return here and log in using the same Stripe email address and password. Once you're ready, hit the Connect button and Stripe will prompt you to enter your email address. Click Submit, enter your password, and input the verification code sent to you by Stripe. After logging in successfully, you'll be able to create your Stripe Connect Plus account. Make sure to fill in all the required information as prompted during the setup process. Click Agree and Submit to Terms and Condition, and your ThriveCart account is connected to Stripe Connect Plus. Now let's create and launch your first product and checkout page. To get started, navigate to the Products tab and hit the Create a New Product. Then you'll select whether your product is digital or physical. The key difference: with a physical product, you'll collect shipping addresses and set up delivery options. Once you're ready, hit the Create button. When going through the product creation steps, each step of product creation has several subsections, which we'll walk through now, but keep in mind, you don't have to complete every step to launch your product. There are some core bits of information for your product that you do need to complete, such as the name, the price, some support details, and the template you're using. But everything else can be added at a later date. If you get to the end of completing a product setup and try and save, it will let you know if you're missing something. On this first page here under Product Options, we've got product name, product label, checkout URL, status, and then the language of your product. Some of this information will change automatically as you start typing. So if we give our product a name, such as my product, we'll see that the checkout URL is automatically populated based on the product name. And the product name is what's shown on the front end to your customers, and it's also shown on their receipt. And the checkout URL is what's shown in the browser address bar and when they're visiting the page. The label is an internal name or internal identifier that you can give it, which allows you to search for that product within your account. Your customers don't see this. Under product status, disabled will prevent anyone from purchasing your product. Test mode lets you try out your funnel and test purchases without collecting real payments. And when you're ready to start selling, select live to accept real payments from customers. For the cart language, we have a number of languages native to the platform ready to go, but you can also create custom translations from your settings area. Once you're happy with the information in this step, we can click on Next to go over to Processors. Here you can enable different processors on your account. So we're going to select our Stripe Connect Plus account and then save that to our product. If you have PayPal connected, you can also enable PayPal on the checkout page, giving your customers the option to choose which payment method they use. Once you're happy with your processors, we can click on Next. Under Pricing, start by selecting your currency. I'll use US dollars for this example. Then hit Set Product Price to set up your pricing options. You can add up to 6, including one-time payments, subscriptions, split pay, or even pay your own price, which lets customers decide what they want to pay. In this scenario, we're going to create a one-time payment product of $97. We're not going to have a trial, and we're going to send a receipt whenever a customer purchases. We're going to click on Next, and then we can give our pricing option a name. Now the pricing option name will default based on what you set up in that previous tab, and this will also show on the checkout page if you have multiple pricing options available. Each one will be labeled with the text that's written in here. And also in your receipt under the product name, this pricing option name will also show. So if they do have variations of a product or different options for your customer to buy from, they will see exactly what option they've selected. Once we're happy with everything here, we can click on Save, and our pricing option will now show. And if you want to add more, then click on the Add Pricing Option button. For ThriveCart Pro Plus users, you can also enable sales tax and start collecting taxes in a number of regions. If you're using Stripe Connect Plus, you can choose to include sales tax in the total price or add it at checkout. Once you're happy, click on Next. Now we'll set up your order bumps. A bump offer is an offer that complements your main product. Think of it as, do you want fries with that? Add a bump offer to your checkout and choose if it's digital or physical. Next, give your bump a name, set the price, and choose whether it's pre-checked. You can also show or hide the bump based on rules, like if a returning customer. This helps tailor the experience and offer more relevant promotions. For example, whether the customer is returning and has previously purchased one of your products. This allows you to tailor the buying experience and offer more relevant promotions to your audience. With Pro Plus, you also have the option to add multiple bumps. Now, when you click Next, you will be on Bump Rules. Here you can add bump rules for your customer. The final step is setting up your affiliate program, which is available for Pro Plus users. We are not going to set this up in this video, but if you are interested, we have a dedicated support page on the topic linked below. Next up is Fulfillment. Here we're going to need to enter a support email address or website URL, and this will be used on the receipts so they can contact your support, and also as a reply email if you use an email address here. So in this case, I'm going to add my default email address, and then we can choose what happens after purchase. By default, your success page will show a total or an invoice kind of receipt breakdown. This is more designed for when you're not sending fulfillment at that time. Think of it as maybe providing a service, and then you're going to follow up with fulfillment. You can also have the option to send to a URL, and what this will do, this will dynamically show URLs on the success page based on what the customer purchases in your funnel. So if they purchase just the main product, they'll just get the main product URL. If they purchase the bump offer as well, they'll get both URLs available on the success page. And you can also set how long that success page is valid for. So let's say you want to give customers a week to access that success page. After a week, their access is revoked. You can select a week from this, and that link in their email will no longer work after a week. Now you can reset that just by simply resending their receipt to them. And finally, if you're using ThriveCart's Learn Course Management System to fulfill your customer's order, you'll need to select Add them to my membership sites. Once you've activated Learn in your dashboard, you'll be able to select Learn, select the course, and then it'll automatically add them to that as well. If you're using a third-party membership platform that's one of our native integrations, you'll be able to select it here once it's connected in your integrations area. For now though, I'm just going to use show their total and invoice just so we can go through and carry on with this tutorial. Next, choose your checkout template. Under Checkout tab, click Browse Galley to see your options. ThriveCart offers sales carts with built-in content like headers, product details and testimonials, all leading to the checkout. You can also use modals, which are pop-up checkouts designed to open over your website when someone clicks a button or link. Or choose an embeddable checkout to place the form directly inside your page content, ideal if you're building your own site. My templates is where you'll find anything you've saved or imported. All templates are fully customizable to match your brand. In this case, we'll use one of our sales cart templates to show you how it works. Once it loads, you'll land in the editor. Scroll through to see pre-built sections like product details, FAQs, and the checkout area, all of which you can fully edit. Clicking any block lets you update the text, colors, or layout from the left-hand menu, just like other popular page builders. Now let's set up your checkout. First, let's click on the checkout block. You will see options like multi-step checkout, where customer info and payment details are shown in separate steps. On the example page, you'll see the main offer, the bump, and the customer info form. Right now, we're just collecting an email address. But if you click the form block, you can add fields like name or phone number, but that's just a tip of the iceberg. You can customize this page as much as you'd like. Remember to hit the Save Changes section often so you don't lose your hard work. Once you're happy, hit Next, and you'll be taken to the success page. This is what your customers will see once they've completed a purchase. Because we selected Show Full Invoice earlier in the product setup, this page will display your customer's order information. If you are selling a course with ThriveCart Learn, this is where they will be prompted to create a student account. Once you're happy, hit Complete and it will save and generate a thumbnail. This will happen in the background. We'll hit Next while that loads. Next, under the tracking section, you can add your tracking codes. We integrate with a number of applications natively, such as Facebook and Google. Simply check next to the platform you want to integrate with, add your Facebook code, or in the case of Google, your Analytics Property ID. And if you have a custom platform you want to integrate with, you can use our custom scripts area here, which breaks down different pages and allows you to add codes to those as well, such as purchase events when they get to the success page. Once you're happy with your tracking area, you can click Next. Now we come to automation. This is where you can set up automatic actions based on your customer's behavior, like making a purchase or requesting a refund. For example, you might want to automatically add a new customer to your email list after they buy, so you can follow up with them later, or if they request a refund, you can remove them from that list or tag them differently. The options you see will depend on how your product is set up. For a one-time product, you'll have a few basic triggers, but if it's a subscription, you'll see more, like missed payments or cancelled plans. If you're using an autoresponder that we don't natively integrate with, you can use the custom HTML option to connect it using your own form code. This option is always available, and there's a help article on our help desk if you need guidance. Otherwise, if you've connected a supported autoresponder, you'll see it listed here and can choose it from the drop-down. Since this account doesn't have any connected yet, only the custom HTML option is showing. Once you're happy with your automations, you can hit save and get URL that we can then use to view your checkout page. So if we click on view checkout, we can see that this product is still in test mode. We've got this little test mode notification on the top here that just lets you know that there's going to be no real payments. We can scroll down, we can go through any changes you've made to your templates, and at the bottom here we can see exactly what's available. So no real payments will be processed here, but if we want to go through and test the checkout now, we could just enter our name, our own email address, the bump if we wanted to, enter the test card number and click on complete order, and we'll go through and process that. And that's how quick and easy it is to create your first product in ThriveCart and start taking payments from your customers. From connecting your platforms and setting up upsells to designing your landing page and going live, this is everything you need to create and start selling your products with ThriveCart. But that's just a taste of what ThriveCart has to offer. We cannot wait to see what you do with your business.